हसरत है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
लौकिक पर्सनैलिटी वालों का अगर नाम भी आता है तो बुक में आएगा, कोई विशेष बुक में उन का नाम आता है, फलाने फलाने है, लेकिन आपका नाम किसमें आता है? साधारण बुक में नहीं आता, शास्त्रों में आता है। जो भी आदिकाल से शास्त्र बने उसमें किसके चरित्र है, किसका गायन, किसकी कहानियां है, लौकिक पर्सनैलिटी वालों का गायन विशेष बुक में होता है और आपका गायन शास्त्रों में होता है। और शास्त्रों को कितना रिकॉर्ड देते हैं, बड़े विधि पूर्वक शास्त्र को संभालते हैं, उसको भी पूज्य के रूप में देखते हैं। जो सच्चे भगत है वो शास्त्र को भी विधि पूर्वक रखते भी है और पढ़ते भी। ऐसे रवासी किताबों के माफक नहीं रखते, तो अपनी पवित्रता की पर्सनैलिटी को सदाई इमर्ज रूप में स्मृति में रखो। जानते हैं है तो हम ही, ऐसे मर्ज नहीं, स्मृति स्वरूप में रखो, जिसके बुद्धि में ये इमर्ज रूप में स्मृति रहती है। तो स्मृति आधार है समृद्धि का, और जहाँ समृद्धि है वहाँ माया का काम है, माया आ सकती है। समृद्ध आत्मा के पास माया का आना असंभव, मेहनत करने की आवश्यकता ही नहीं है। माया का काम है आना, लेकिन आपका काम अभी समय पर भगाना नहीं है। माया आई और भगाया नहीं, आपका काम है माया जीत सदा रहेगा। तो माया जीत होगा, माया को बार बार भगाने वाले हो। जो माया जीत है भगाना नहीं पड़ता, वो दर्शन देने के लिए आ जाती है, नहीं ना? डबल फॉरेनर्स ने माया को भगा दिया, सदा के लिए यहाँ भगाते ही रहते। क्या हाल है? भाग गई माया, अभी नहीं आएंगी ना, कि थोड़ा थोड़ा आवे, कोई अर्जा नहीं है। फिर भी आधा कलम की दोस्ती है ना, फ्रेंड है ना, उसको ऐसे ही छोड़ देंगे, आवे भी नहीं। सुना है ना कि समय समाप्त होने के पहले बहुत काल का माया जीत बनने का अभ्यास चाहिए।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. Make your thoughts pure, filled with knowledge and power. For the practice of powerful yoga, make your thoughts pure and filled with knowledge and power. Then, with your vibrations, attitude, and good wishes, the Maya of others will easily run away. If you go into why and what, then neither will your Maya go away, nor will that of others. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 16. Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. Today's topic: make your thoughts pure, filled with knowledge and power. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone is okay, right? You could see that we are at our original place now. For a few days was wonderful experience to be with a big family in Toronto. Some came from other parts of the Canada. So it's really not only growing, but growing very strong. Lot of commitment, love for Yagya. So it's really very, very good. So volcanic yoga, right? Every day, another piece of wood so that fire can remain very, very strong. But Baba had been talking about our personality of purity, spiritual personality of purity. And I think we always, we know, and we play the song of 5 forms. Baba has explained us. And in this Murli, Baba is revising. Eternal, I think we all experience, and that is incorporeal. Eternal is incorporeal. At home, silence, peace, purity. And actually it is at confluence age that as much we practice eternal stage, that much in that stage, the activity, the interaction, relationships, whatever we do, then they emerge as original. Where do we create original? Because original are in practical. That is deity form. So deity form is here. Say Brahman to angel, angel to deity. So it's very interesting. I remind myself that eternal stage is good, but that is not only in awareness, but it has to be in actions. And when eternal is an action, that means with everyone you have love. You are constantly very peaceful. For everyone you have good wishes. And when that happens, then the divine sanskars are formed. Divine virtues are inculcated. If I say in my eternal state that I have patience, but that patience is only in practical when it is with the other Brahmins or other Lokik people. So use that eternal stage to create the original stage. And then from there onwards, becoming worthy of worship. Even if we are worshippers, but Baba says your quality of worshipping is very high. We start worshipping one Baba, Shiva, then deities. That people reach to a stage when they start worshipping gurus, 5 elements. So that's kind of very, Baba says, Rajoguni and then Tamoguni. But then when we become worshippers, that also, there are so many different kinds of worshippers. Some worshippers are of Lakshmi Narayan deities, and then gradually worshipping also become Tamapradhan. And then Baba comes and gives us knowledge. And then we become Baba's children, mouth-born progeny, Brahmins. So now we are Brahmins, right? So Baba is saying that now, even if we have become Brahmins, but Shudra sanskars are still in the soul. That could be called alloy. Because in body consciousness, knowingly, unknowingly, we make a lot of mistakes. And now, because we are becoming perfect, we come to know every little mistake we do. Even if we have thoughts which are not that pure, we immediately realize that, oh, I should have good wishes. I should have pure feelings, So we are becoming angels, so we immediately come to know our weaknesses and we change them. So Baba is giving us homework that the thoughts should be pure. And Baba is saying that thoughts pure means based on knowledge, and thoughts based on is powerful thoughts. This really makes us think that it's not just to be okay, but whole day using the points of knowledge so that our stage is very powerful. So Baba is saying that now when your thoughts are pure, then your vibrations, your attitude, and your good wishes, your vibrations, your attitude, your good wishes will make Maya run away. Because anything which is negative cannot come close to purity. It will run away. So we have to stay very, very pure, so that nothing negative can touch us. And Baba said you have to be careful because impurity also makes you very investigative kind. Why it happened, then how it happened, who did it, uh, why we need to know who did it. That means there is a lot of interest still into finding out about situations, who became responsible, who did. And then all that will stay in you, know. So that's what Baba is saying, why and what. Then neither your Maya will go away, nor will the Maya will go away of others. Lot of people try to understand what is Maya. Someone says something, and you start thinking, analyzing many different ways it affects you. It's Maya. Maya is trying to provoke you that you're not able to understand bhavana of someone, the pure feelings of other person. So it's very interesting that how Maya comes, one doesn't know even. But once you are disturbed about something, subtle anger emerges, you lose your enthusiasm. You know, all these things happen because Maya has come. And today Murli said, not every time Maya comes and you chase away Maya, but you should become conqueror. That, okay, this time this happened and I knew it was not right. I won't take it next time. It's like a lot of progress happens in us that we don't react. We don't take it. But we just say, okay, one of the scene of drama, part of that soul. Even knowing that that soul might have not good intentions, but I don't take it. It's very interesting that when you remain very stable and maintain your purity, maintain your self-respect. So it's very, very beautiful homework for tomorrow to have pure thoughts, knowledgeful and powerful thoughts. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good evening.
Hello. Good
Good
evening.
evening, everyone. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It was a beautiful program yesterday. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Tired or all settled in?
Who gets tired, soul or body?
Both, I think.
Or soul also gets tired? No,
What
soul
do you
is not.
think?
No, soul doesn't, with the purity, with the love, soul doesn't get tired. But chariot does. But it's okay, chariot could rest, right? Then it gets okay.
Right.
Soul should never get tired. Soul tired means no interest, don't want to make efforts, don't want to wake up. You know, of course, that doesn't happen, right?
Right. First question I wanted to ask you was about the difference between conquering Maya and chasing Maya. You were just talking about it, and we just heard Baba mention it in the Murli also. So, what is the difference between conquering Maya and chasing Maya?
No, once someone went to Nimashanta Dadi about someone's sanskar. And Nimashanta Dadi gave a very beautiful answer which has stayed with me. She said to her, but now you know, no, that this is her nature. So then nothing new. So why, what is there to think of? That means if I know, then why don't I just transform it or not notice it, not react to it, right? But if we don't, then same thing will happen. That means Maya again comes, Maya again comes. But if you transform yourself, same time, this is this one's way, you just don't react, remain cheerful. Rather, you stay in such a good stage that she can also take some benefits. No, Baba said the Maya of others should also run away. So victorious or conquering Maya means for the same action, not the same reaction. For the
Right.
same action of someone, not to have that reaction and response like before. So that means you're not seeing it. It's not affecting you. So there is no Maya there.
Right. Right. That's very interesting that the conquering means that you don't repeat whatever your reaction is before. It's a different kind of a response that you have. So you were talking about like we have interest, right? That just now you were saying that, if something happens, who did what, why, that kind of interest. And also this thing you mentioned about if you have one waste thought now, you're really aware because you're becoming pure. And I'm noticing that with myself too, like one little mistake, I'm totally aware about it.
Mm.
How do you overcome this? Is this like the natural process?
No, yeah, because if you come to know in advance, then you won't let it happen, no? In the sense of you just know that I shouldn't have said this shouldn't have been my response. But one thing I think, when the effort is real and deep effort, you understand the subtlety of everything. And no, as I like when one of the Murli Baba said that when there is contentment, then you are going in depth and you are churning the knowledge. You're not thinking about anything else. It was very interesting to see it through because you're not investigating the situation or circumstances. Rather, you go in, because why should I have so many waste thoughts by more information, more information? But some people feel they need all that information. So it's a
Right.
lot of wasteful thoughts in a way.
Um, in today's Murli, Baba was kind of connected to what you're saying. In today's Murli, Baba was saying that, some souls cause a lot of mischief. In right now, where we are at in the yagya, what would this mischief be?
Any kind of cheating, any kind of misconduct, or getting angry, authoritative, like I and mine still. All that actually are subtle obstacles in yagya also. But if you remain pure and innocent and serene and know what Baba had been describing, and not make a small thing a big thing, but rather, even if it seems a big, let's say somebody has done an action of disobedience to yagya, you don't make it very big, right? But it's our yagya. So as much possible, just make it small and chase it away, like it never happened. But there are some, they will keep talking about it, keep describing about it. That shouldn't be there.
Right, right. Another thing related to today's Murli, Baba was saying that Lakshmi and Narayan don't feel that their children are going to get an inheritance because they understand it's an imperishable kingdom. What does that understanding mean? Like, what does that mean? What is their understanding that it's an imperishable kingdom?
Actually, every one of us get our inheritance at confluence stage. So it is not the children of Lakshmi Narayan, get inheritance from parents, because they also got inheritance from God, right? And whatever inheritance we get from God, you will always get it, right? That will continue, and then again you claim it, then again you claim it. We call it every kalpa, no? Every
Right.
cycle you get it. So that's imperishable.
But so they never think of children or any of those things. Lakshmi and Narayan won't be thinking about that at all. Like, what is their
Even in
attitude?
these days also, lot of people, they never think that we are the ones who giving to children. They always say, oh, it's your fortune. What you're getting is your fortune. Not that I have it, I'm giving you. You know, lot of people, noble people, those who are trustees, they also feel that they got from the God, and they pass on to from the God to, you know, their children, or even their children will think in a way that you know, we are receiving from God. So it's imperishable, because if it was from parents, then the third one, you know, they won't get it. But this goes on to third and the fourth, and but all of those souls got at confluence stage their inheritance from Baba. There it's like they claim it, you know.
Right. It's very interesting what you're saying, Didi, that maybe not actively, but somewhere inside, Lakshmi and Narayan know that everyone is eating from their own fortune, including their children. They're eating from their own fortune. But maybe it's not active because they won't be thinking
No,
about
but
all of those things.
because they are trustee of kingdom, so I think they just pass on with the thought that now these are the trustees. Their children are the trustees now for the kingdom. That should be very normal there. I don't know deeply when they're thinking that we are giving, or, you know, then they will say whom to give, how much to give. Very respectfully, they just pass on the kingdom.
One of the things that Baba said in today's Murli was about having a broad and unlimited intellect. Can you talk to us more about what broad intellect means, what unlimited intellect means?
Unlimited could be numbers, and broad could be like Tirkaldarshi, in the sense of some people only think very limited, you know, in the sense of that moment. Like I gave example that the way Baba talked, that when we have heard the story of Dadi Prakashmani, that she was asked to go get something printed, so she thought 10,000 or something will be good. But Baba say, oh, that's baby intellect. You should think more. Or when they were in Japan, so someone was offering to print all those big pictures. So they asked Baba. Baba says, at least 5,000. No, so Baba always thought big. And really it is happening now. Anything you print, you have to print more because numbers are growing. So broad means thinking in an unlimited way, you know, not like narrow. Narrow could be very miser, and they won't know how many children, Baba's children have to come. You know, yesterday we
Right.
were thinking there will be 300 plus people, but there were 400 by the time we distributed these blessings. Almost 400 was given. So, but those who were, you know, planning to cook, I don't know, some or other, they keep saying 400, and I said, really? 400 will come? But it was there, you know. So I think we will think big in a way.
Right. One of the things they say here is build it and they will come, so we think big and then they will come. The blessing today was very interesting, Didi, about soul conscious and imperishable happiness and not giving sorrow, not taking sorrow. I feel, that is in giving sorrow might not be that much of an issue, but definitely taking sorrow. What would you say to that?
Baba said very nicely that when you are in super senses joy, you will be, that means you are in happiness, joy. So you will also give happiness to others, right? He started from there. But then internally, if you have that joy and happiness of contentment, because contentment brings joy and happiness, then based on that, you won't take sorrow. I remember one thing I never liked was sorrow. Some people can accept, but I never. But one thing I said is, what causes sorrow is attachment. So one time a woman went to Didi Mohini and she said, my husband said so many things and it hurts me. And Didi said, from tomorrow, just look at that one as a soul and listen. So she went home. For 1 week, she came and she was happy. And she told Didi, now I don't feel her. He says whatever he says, I am okay. Because her attitude, like she didn't see him as husband. When the expectation that husband should talk nicely, why is abusing me? Why is saying all nonsense? But if it's a soul, then okay, it's the part of that soul. It's different. So
Right.
sorrow is caused because of attachment. So that's why from very beginning in my life, I really try to be very loving, but not attachment, because
Mhm.
then it will cause sorrow. Because there are expectations, no. And when there are expectations, if they're not fulfilled, then there is sorrow. Or if someone says something, father said it, brother said it, it affects. But if you don't think of father is saying, then it won't cause sorrow, right?
Right, right.
So
So, personal question, Didi, when was the last time you felt you took sorrow? Long, many, many years ago?
no,
And
what
the effort is to just to see them as souls, and that's it. That's the effort.
one is taking sorrow, like you felt little, but then you don't keep it. Like there are people, they keep their sorrow for years and years. And anytime you meet them, they will repeat that. This one did this to me, this one said this to me. That means their heart is still there. But for me, like I remember it's not, it didn't happen. But you immediately use knowledge and either forgive that soul and yeah, especially like if someone is not able to say truth as truth, like says in a different way, and then you really resist to that why this person doesn't speak truth. But then you let go and then say, okay, that one's karmas, and one day there could be realization or there could be change, right?
Right,
So you forgive.
right. So, before we go, Didi, one last question is from your last 1 or 2 weeks in Canada, what is your takeaway? What is your spiritual takeaway?
I would, when expansion takes place, then we have to be more responsible in the sense of how to sustain them. Like in Lokik world, you have one child, you have three, or you have four, then you have more responsibility, because you have to give them proper food and everything, all whatever care is needed. So I realized that lot care spiritually is lot of sustenance definitely is required where the foundation remains, maryadas remain accurate. Because sometimes when it's large number, then it's not necessary we have been able to pay attention. So I was sharing that is more required now, going in depth of knowledge, or talking more on maryadas, making them royal souls, air souls. So all this required some more. So I just kept thinking that how in general also for the family, we need all that more and more. So how we do it depends, right? So I was
Right.
saying everyone is expert in different subjects. So maybe we uh, send those souls to talk about that. So I was looking around a good teacher, right, in giving course, a good teacher who follows all maryadas to explain and show the systems of yajna. So let's see, we will talk about that. Okay.
Wonderful, Didi. It's wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your insights. Always a pleasure being with you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Shirin Ben. I'm sure everyone did enjoy yesterday program. Yeah, it was a beautiful program, and we came back today, as Didi mentioned. And there will be something next again is Rakhi. So yes, we will have Rakhi in Avikti Parivar as well, and we will announce the date soon. And for now, let's see. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, and our schedule from Amritvila 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Evening 5 to 6 English Sakar Murli continues with meditation, Hindi series, Bhog offering, English series, and Avikti journey. Let's do Avik Murli. Welcome to Avikti journey. Avik Murli is from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. This is the Murli of the 10th of June, 1971. A searchlight is the means to prepare the field of service. What 3 lines on each one's forehead is Baba looking at? Can you see your own lines? Just as 3 lines are shown in the image of the memorial of the Father, in the same way, what 3 lines are visible on the foreheads of the salagrams? Have you ever seen your forehead in the mirror? In which mirror have you seen it? On each one's forehead, 1 line and symbol is that of victory. The symbol of victory is a trident. A trident is a symbol of victory. That is, a symbol of success in your thoughts, words, and deeds. A trident is also shown in the images of the Shaktis. So there is this trident, which is a symbol of victory on each one's forehead. Another symbol on the line of the trident is a bindi, a dot. The third line is the long line under the trident. That is a symbol of having a clear line and of being careful and also clear. There should not be any obstacles on the path. So the third symbol is that of your moving constantly straight on the path. So Baba is seeing all the three lines and symbol on each one's forehead. You all have these lines, but they are clear on some and not as clear on others. So have you seen your lines? You have the trident, the clear line, and also the bindi of the stage of soul consciousness. Devotees put a symbol of the tilak on their foreheads. You do not need to put it on your forehead. You can constantly recognize your stage through these lines on your forehead. All three lines should be sharp and clear. Only then will you be able to be an image that grants visions. That is, you will be able to make your task successful. You are now going on service. You have to start giving a searchlight to those souls from now. Have you already started this? Or are you going to start to do it when you get there? The light from a searchlight reaches into the distance. So you have to give the searchlight from here. You can select the souls. If you start this task here, then when you arrive there, you will be able to see the visible proof. Do you walk and move along whilst being a searchlight? Or is it only when you sit down that you give a searchlight? You have to carry out the task now of constantly being a searchlight and creating an atmosphere in all four directions, so that as soon as you get there, the souls who are going to come close can easily attain their fortune through the attraction of the atmosphere. This is because you now have to show 1,000-fold success in very little time. Previously, it was a different time. There was more time used and less success attained. But you now have to make plans whereby you attain 1,000-fold success in very little time. Before creating the plans, you have to become plain. If you become plain, the plans will take a practical shape very well. Only by your being plain will the plans be carried out very well. What plans must you have after becoming plain through which you can attain constant success? Baba is telling you this in just a few words so that you never forget. Firstly, you have to remember that you're all united. That is, all of you are following the directions of one. Secondly, through your words, you constantly have to remind yourself and others of the name of one. Thirdly, there should be economy in your activity and in your actions. There should not only be economy with money, but also with your words. There should also be economy with your thoughts and time. So there should be all types of economy in your activities. There should be all these three aspects: following the directions of one, constantly taking the name of one, and having economy. Whilst taking every step and putting your thoughts into words, you must constantly keep all these three things in your consciousness. Acha, we will continue tomorrow.
Transform the atmosphere with volcanic yoga tapasya. Make your thoughts pure, filled with knowledge and power. For the practice of powerful yoga, make your thoughts pure and filled with knowledge and power. Then, with your vibrations, attitude, and good wishes, the Maya of others will easily run away. If you go into why and what, then neither will your Maya go away, nor will that of others.
ज्वालामुखी योग तपस्या द्वारा वायुमंडल का परिवर्तन करो। संकल्प को शुद्ध ज्ञान स्वरूप शक्ति स्वरूप बनाओ। शक्तिशाली योग अभ्यास के लिए अपने संकल्प को शुद्ध ज्ञान स्वरूप बनाओ, शक्ति स्वरूप बनाओ। तो आपके वाइब्रेशन से, वृत्ति से, शुभ भावना से दूसरे की माया सहज भाग जाएंगी। अगर क्यों क्या में जाएंगे तो ना आपकी माया चाहेंगी, ना दूसरे की चाहेंगी। ओम शांति।
शांति ही शांति है, प्रकाश पुंज का ये भंडार। हम आत्माएं यही पे रहते, यही हमारा है संसार।
मोर मुकुट धारे है, वैकुंठ वासी है हम। ताज तख्त तिलक के, देव कुल के हैं
Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.